Just before we went on air today, news broke that OJ Simpson has passed away at age 76.
OJ's dead.
He was battling cancer, and he's passed.
Whoopi delivered the news to the View audience at 11 a.m., 32 minutes after the tweet went up on OJ Simpson's account, written by his family. It was delicate territory to navigate on air.
Who doesn't remember the trial of the century? You know, I mean, it was an 11-month-long trial.
That's something. The white car.
And the Bronco. And I think it's one of those questions, where were you at when OJ was in that Bronco? And I also remember feeling a great sense of injustice happened. It's one of the reasons why I became a prosecutor.
Well, it's a complicated legacy, to put it mildly.
This morning, OJ's former NBC Sports colleague Bob Costas was on the Today Show, and I appreciated how straightforward, articulate, and blunt Bob was.
Yes, I knew him well. All of us at NBC Sports and throughout NBC who interacted with him liked him very much. What I'm about to say doesn't mitigate the crime that he quite obviously committed.
OJ actually tried to call Bob from the Bronco in 1994.
I asked OJ, what would make you think in that moment that you'd want to speak with me? And he said I was being defamed by the media, not so much about the allegations, which were then fresh, about the allegations of the crime, but that his overall character and the life he had led was being defamed. And somehow he thought that someone who was his friend as well as his colleague could perhaps, in effect, act as a character witness.
Kato Kaelin started trending yesterday as people were curious to hear his thoughts on OJ's passing, as he was a witness in the trial that was 30 years ago.
Foremost, I'd like to express my condolences to the children, to Sydney and to Justin, to Jason and Arnell. They lost their father, and that is never easy. I wish to express my love and compassion to the Goldmans, to Fred and to Kim. I hope you find closure. And finally, to the family of the beautiful Nicole Brown Simpson. May we always cherish her memories. Nicole was a beacon of light that burned bright. May we never forget her.
Fred Goldman, the father of Ron Goldman, who OJ killed, released a statement yesterday saying, "This is a reminder of how long Ron and Nicole have been gone and missed. It's not about the killer, it's about the victims." Caitlyn Jenner, who is friends with Nicole Brown, tweeted 2 words for OJ: good riddance.
Nordberg, how you, buddy? Hey, Doc says I should be on my beat and as good as new in a week.
David Zucker, who directed OJ in 2 of the Naked Gun films prior to OJ being charged with murder, wrote on Instagram, "Rest in peace, Nordberg, OJ's character's name in the movies. His acting was a lot like his murdering. He got away with it, but no one believed him."
That's wonderful.
Whoa! Oh, Frank, everyone should have a friend like you.
Meanwhile, Conan O'Brien, who's doing a lot of press appearances yesterday to promote his new show, Conan O'Brien Must Go, wasn't looking for the comedy, but the comedy found him.
There was a great moment when one of my comedian friends took a snapshot of me on CNN today.
Before we go, I have to ask you about something in the news today.
Yep.
OJ Simpson died.
Yes. It's a moment when I look distraught, and the banner underneath me says, "OJ Simpson dead." There have been many times in this country where we've needed to kind of stop and reassess where we are in our racial history and where are we, what progress have we made, and that was one of those moments. It was such a watershed moment. So just from that snapshot, it looks like we got Conan on to talk about his good friend OJ. That's what it looks like.
What are your thoughts on the passing of OJ Simpson?